Hello.
Hi.
So can you tell me a little bit about what brought you in today?
Well, I just transferred schools, and I don't know. I guess my mom's really nervous about me, like, fitting in, so she
Why?
really wanted me to come talk to someone.
Okay. Why do you think your mom's worried? Is something going on at your new school, or?
It's not so much at my new school, just I left my old school, like, kind of on bad terms, and went to a
Okay.
private school about an hour away from my house. So, um, I don't know. It was definitely like a hectic time.
Okay. Could you tell me a little bit about why you decided to transfer?
It just became to be like too much for me. Um, there was a situation, this girl that like we were really good friends, and then one day like her and her boyfriend broke up, and he asked me out on a date, and I said yeah, I'll go with him, and she got really mad at me and like was purposely out to get me. And one day I was in with a teacher having a meeting talking about a paper,
Mm-hmm.
and at one point he put his hand on my shoulder to like be like good job and like supportive, and she like I guess was watching us and took a picture of it, and then she posted it online writing this whole like scandalous story about how like we were really dating and how it was inappropriate, and it got sent to every single person at school, and everyone basically shamed me for being a whore in school, and that I was with him, and there was investigations, and I just couldn't do it anymore. I needed to get away.
Oh wow. Okay. So that's understandable. But how did that affect your social life? And you said she was your friend. So
Yeah, we were
what did
best
you do
friends.
about that?
I like couldn't believe she did that. Like I knew it'd probably be a little bit awkward because like
Mm-hmm.
they were dating for like almost a year, and then like he asked me out, but like I don't know, I was always really good friends with him, like and her, so like I kind of thought we'd all be like be adults and mature
Yeah.
about it, but I guess not. So I don't know. It's been hard because we were best friends and we did everything together, and I don't really have a person like that in my life anymore,
Yeah.
you know.
Okay. So do you think it could be also worrying your mom that kind of your social life took a huge turn? Like, how are you dealing with that?
Yeah, I don't really do a lot anymore. Like I just try to stay away, and like all the friends that I had back at school are all on my ex-friend side, so like
Okay.
they're all like against me and not supportive, and like I don't know. I defriended a lot of them off of like social media because they would just post mean things and like share things and like have these like offensive comments on all my posts. So like I don't know. I don't really have that many like contacts right now.
Okay. So how do you like? Have you met friends at your new school? Like, how are you doing socially at your new school?
I guess I'm just a little like afraid of what's gonna happen there. Like I don't know. I think it's been really difficult to like put myself out there. Like I know that
Okay.
sounds funny, but like I'm just afraid to like trust people again, you
Yeah,
know?
that makes sense. Definitely. So what do you think you could do to implement good, like ways to put yourself out there? Could you join clubs? Like, what ways could you socialize and kind of not be uncomfortable, but like you said, put yourself out there?
I guess I could join clubs. Like they have a lot at school. I just like I don't know. I'm afraid people are gonna find out like what happened at my other school and then like believe it and then spread it around. So like I'm afraid to like make these friendships, and then like maybe if they add me on Facebook or something, they'll like see other people I'm connected and be like, "Oh, like do you know this person?" And then have them
Okay.
like tell everything that went down.
Okay. So how do you think you could avoid that? Like, what could be your plan for how to go about that, but not be trapped in that situation like you were at your old school?
Um, I haven't really thought about that. I know I deleted a lot of them off of social media. Like I guess I could completely wipe everyone, but I just feel like I don't want to deal with all of this. You know,
Yeah.
like it's
Okay.
just a lot.
Well, why don't we focus on like the positives of your social life from the past so we can implement it into your new school? So like what do you think were your strengths in meeting new people, and like what did you bring to the table when you were friends with people from your old school before everything happened?
Okay. I feel like I am pretty energetic. You know, like I like to talk to people,
Okay.
um, which has kind of been hard at school because like I want to join in on all these conversations, but like I'm afraid to. Um, I think I'm really funny. I make a lot of
Okay.
jokes. I get along well with people. I don't know. I played
Okay.
varsity sports back at my other school. So like I was thinking, like obviously it's too late now to join, but maybe next year
Yeah.
when I'm a senior I could join. So
Yeah, and I think a big part of what you have to do is kind of lean back on what you know your strengths were before. Because if you are energetic and you are athletic, that's a great way to get to know people and kind of fit in, even if it's a new school and the old situation still isn't resolved, to kind of like make a plan for what to do. So what do you think you could do? You mentioned it's a little late for sports. Could you join intramurals or?
I think they do have some intramurals. I could probably look into that. Yeah, I guess I could do that. That would probably be cool. You know, like it's almost change of season, so like I guess new ones will be starting up.
Yeah, there you go. Would you
Yeah.
be comfortable with that, or would that kind of scare you?
Honestly, it's a little scary to think about, and like I feel like teams get really close, and like this time in the year, everyone's pretty established. So like I feel like it'd be a little hard to make friends in that because like most people I've known since like grade school, you know. So like this might be a little challenging. And like I hope I'm good enough. I feel like I will be because I've been playing most of my life, but like I don't want to like knock someone else out of the team that like was like really, I don't know, pretty good and like popular, and then have them not like me because of that. So I feel like there's also like awkward, like I don't want to make anyone upset. I just want to like please everyone, have people like me here, you know, like.
No, that makes total sense, and that's totally natural to want everyone to like you, but I think something we could work on and then check in again next week when you come back is kind of just implementing the little social skills that you mentioned, like the energy, the athleticism, and just putting yourself out there. If that
Okay, so like
work for you.
Like when we meet again next week, am I gonna have like tasks to complete? Like I don't know. I feel like this is weird. I'm new to this. I'm sorry.
Well, we could make a plan, and then we could develop some kind of way to make sure that you're like progressing. So you're getting in and you're like showing your social skills and making new friends, and we could also definitely check back in on your old situation and figure that one out.
Okay.
We could even do some role playing if you wanted to, because that's a good way to kind of try to figure it out. And if you do have an interaction with someone and you couldn't quite figure out what you should have done, next week we can go over that, and I can even act as that person, because that's definitely another option if you're open to it.
Yeah, that might be helpful. It's just like I don't know. I have no siblings in this district now, and mine are still back at school, and like I feel like there's even like a tension between us because they know that like I've been this huge issue up in the high school. Like they're both younger than me. They're in grade school, but like
Okay.
I don't know.
So could another goal for us to try to work towards as you get closer to your siblings and kind of like level out the issues that are at hand? So
Yeah, I think I should probably talk to them because like they're in 8th and 7th grade, so like they know, like they're like aware of like what's going on, and I feel like I don't know if they're like anxious or nervous about the situation, but like I feel like they don't really know like my story of it and like why I like needed to transfer. And
yeah, definitely. So I think it is important to get back and talk to your siblings and kind of shine a light for them on the reality of the situation, but also get back to how you got along with them before. Did you used to get along with them very well?
Yeah, they were great. Like they were always kind of like my kid siblings. Like they would do a lot together, and I would just kind of like always support them. And like when they would come hang out with me, like I felt like I was like the cool like big sister, you know?
Okay. Yeah, no, definitely. And we can definitely work towards that because it is a hard issue to get through, and it sounds like it was a lot to handle. You said your mom's worried too, so it is a lot, even in your families, getting involved a little bit just because they care so much. So we'll definitely try to get you settled in your new school, try to get you back on the same page with your family, your siblings, work on all that. Is there anything else that you want to work on?
I think like that's really it. I think I can like try to like put myself out there a little bit and join maybe like one thing to start with. And then I like want to communicate with my siblings. I think that would definitely be like the right step to take.
Okay, perfect. So we're pretty much out of time for this week. So do you feel like you got a little bit out there and we can work towards setting those goals and using those social skills to kind of get you moving back in the right direction?
Yeah, I definitely feel like I can do that like this week. Yeah.
Okay,
I'm
awesome.
excited.
So we'll meet again next week. Thanks for coming in.
All right,
Nice
thank
to meet
you.
you.
It was nice meeting you too.